Hi there, boys! So we are heading over to the 4th chest on level 5, and we're going to be moving on to level 6. I'm calling it right now. I refuse to believe that we are going to have to wait and actually open up every chest. Hell yes. Whew. I enjoy seeing that key come out so quickly. Thank you, game. So, you know what? I don't care if Eliza gets stuck here forever. I just want to get the dragon safely out of the rift. Oh yeah, the Erlang Shen dragon's looking at you funny. Could you be telling a lie? No way, it just looks like that because it's found a key. Yeah, apparently Erlang Shen has an obsession with keys. But anyway, there is a wonderful little Jade Warrior Dragon. I actually like the design of this dragon quite a lot, which is kind of weird because usually the odd looking ones I'm kind of like, but I kind of like the Jade Warrior. So there is the chain breeding dragon acquired. So if we want to try and breed for Pangu, we actually can in about a day because his egg takes, I think, exactly a day to finish hatching. So there he is, a wonderful epic. We go and hatch him, and there we go. A flat day timer with VIP, but look at that spiffing egg. Looks like some sort of weird vine. Ooh, or like an eggplant. I don't know, I'm getting weird vibes from it. But regardless, that is him acquired, and we now move on to the final level. So, it's so bright! What's that ball of light, Ned? Or does the Erlang Shen dragon know? I'm not sure, but I think I might have figured out the answer to our other problem. I know for sure when we find out what that ace up at Liza's sleeve is. We're lucky you're so good at solving mysteries, Ned. Oh my god, she gave you a compliment, dude. You're in. You're in, go for it. So, oh my god, yeah, it's very bright. What the heck? I was not expecting that. So, this is level 6. The actual layout of this map is quite short, which I actually quite like. But, costs a lot. It costs quite a lot. So, here's Chrono Nessa. Meet the Chrono Nessa dragon. It's one of the most devoted, most powerful dragons out there. And it's chosen me as its master. Now, will you leave me alone? No, we're getting you and all these dragons out of this crazy rift. You are so annoying. Don't say that to your lover. How dare you? How dare you say that to her? Always respect your lovers and your family. Tisk tisk. I really lost. Aha! I knew it! I was worried about being right, but this might be the only explanation. See, the Nessa dragon is the Tai dragon's disciple. During our time on the island of New Beginnings, Eliza wanted to kidnap the Tai dragon, the ruler of the Island Divines. What if in the future she actually managed to do it? Ugh, stop pushing me towards the exit, Erlang Shen dragon. I want to see if I'm right. Well, there you go. There is all the event dialogue explained for you. Cool, cool. But anyway, we're going to head up towards the middle here because we have no choice but to go up this central pathway. And I am going to go through all of the math for this in a second. But first we're going to do the 3 fights on the left-hand side because they don't cost us anything and we can do them. So we might as well just, you know, do them as fast as possible so that then we know exactly what we're doing on the rest of the map. But surprisingly enough, it's actually cheaper to not go immediately to the left-hand side, which is kind of unexpected, but I will show you in a second with all the maps and everything else, because my god, is it way too complicated sometimes. But we will be heading up to the top chest first, as in the one right at the very top of the map. But there we go, all of those fights are done, so now we gotta do all of this annoying math. Alright, so moving on to the cost of the map and the elements that you can use on level 6. So these are all of the elements that you can use for every single fight on level 6. You can use plant on one of them, energy on one of them, but for the most part it is going to be light. So make sure you've got a light dragon handy. And this is the map for level 6. So you can see we've got chests 1 to 5 here, and some of these routes are quite expensive as you would expect. But I have made a full map for all of this with all of the routes costs calculated. And it is here. It's quite a lot to take in, but we're going to go through it and hopefully it makes sense for you. But the general order of the chests is written in the top left. So chest 3, 5, 4, 2, and then chest 1. So that is the cheapest order to open the chests in. And you can see that chest 3 is the one at the top, chest 5 is the one at the top left, chest 4 is the bottom left, chest 2 is top right, and chest 1 is bottom right. So when I go into calculating how much the paths cost, I don't take into account the very baseline path that you don't have any choice but to go down to get to all of the other chests, because, you know, you don't have the choice, you got to do it anyway. So when we go up to the top, it's actually extremely cheap, but we have this middle section again, which is another sort of square, and we have to work out which side is the cheaper side so that then we can avoid certain tiles so that it costs less. If you go to the bottom right hand side of the square, that costs 1,908 currency overall, whereas if you passed over the top left side, that would be 2,222 currency. So just never touch the 3 tiles on the top left hand side of the square. You'll never need to go through them, just go through the right hand side, and that is slightly cheaper. So then, at that point, if we want to get to chest number 3, which is the cheapest one, the route would be, obviously, you go down the middle, go to the right, go up this way, and then you head on up over to 3. And so, from the very base area, so from the first tile that isn't an non-optional tile, it costs 6,181 event currency, which is cheaper than any other route. Cheaper than any other route. The actual section that is the route itself, the tiny bit, is only 3,455, but including the other tiles that you need to actually get there, it comes to just over 6,000, and that is the cheapest route that you're going to get. After that, if you go over up here to the left through the fights and then you head up this way, then that is going to be costing you 6,778 with all the prerequisite tiles. But if you've already covered some of the other tiles, then the actual route itself, so only this part of the route, costs 5,049. But again, you actually need to get there, and you've got a couple of other tiles that you need to get there, so that would cost 6,778 altogether to get to that one, which is slightly more expensive than the other one. And so then, because you've cleared that right hand side, it means that you don't need to do the 2 prerequisite tiles for the bottom left side. So then doing this part here only comes to 5,666 at that point, which is going to be the third cheapest chest, obviously. So then we have to clear out the right hand side of the map, which means that this tile here in particular has not yet been cleared, and it's a very expensive one, sitting at 1333, which is quite a lot. But you'll notice that there is a huge 11,000 number sitting right here, and that is the total cost of getting to this bottom chest, including every other tile to get there. So, you know, we've cleared a few of these already by getting to chest number 3, so it's not going to be quite that expensive by the time you get there, don't worry. But if we go up this way, up here, and then to the top right-hand side, that is going to be costing 9,543 with all tiles, but if you've cleared some of the others, then that's going to come to 6,817. The actual cost of the mini part of this section, which would determine its base value, is 5,484, but including that 1333 tile comes to 6,817. And then, of course, we've got the bottom one. After you've cleared that 1333 tile, this side here comes to 7,667. So that is the order of everything. Again, you can go through it and calculate yourself if you need to, just to make sure that, you know, I haven't screwed up any of the math. But those are all the findings so far. So remember, chest order is 3, 5, 4, which I can't even see the number 4, 4, 2, and then number 1. So hopefully that helps you get through level 6, and it's quite important when you're on level 6 to try and clear it as quickly as you can, because you might be able to get Erlang Shen. Even if you don't get Chrono Erlang Shen, if you prioritize the right chests, you still might at least be able to get a divine out of this. So rather than just giving up and not getting any divines at all, try your best to go and get Erlang Shen if you can. If you don't get Chrono Erlang Shen, you know, at least you tried. but try to get at least one divine out of this event. Well, I said that that was the end of the dialogue. That's not completely true because there is a little bit more that's going to be coming, but you know, for the base, moving on from level to level dialogue, it is all done. But if you didn't know, you can actually read all of the dialogue on the DML Wiki's event page, which is pretty cool. So if you want to go through and you actually want to learn some of the lore and some of the little mini stories between characters, go through some of the previous events, divine events and things like that, and you can actually read through all of this and probably learn quite a lot about all of the characters, which, you know, it's not something I've ever done because I've read through all of them and I just forget everything. But if you're someone that's interested in that, go ahead and read through some sometimes really weird and awkward event dialogue scenes. But anyway, for now, that is everything that I wanted to talk about for level 6. So I wish you the very best of luck. I hope that you get very nice key RNG. But for now, thank you for watching, and until next time, I will see you then.